Makes me want to run right up San Juan Hill and go crazy. I don't know. It turns me into a dangerous fella. Not really. Cuba Libre is otherwise known as a rum and coke. It's a very simple, straightforward drink. It is exactly that, a rum and a coke. But it's a very interesting history. In 1898, during the build-up to the Spanish-American War, Cuba Libre becomes the call to arms. As a matter of fact, military base at Jacksonville, Florida became known as Camp Cuba Libre. It was a staging area for American expeditionary forces who were headed to Cuba. Spain capitulates, and Cuba is flooded with American businesses, most notably Dr. Pemberton's Coca-Cola. Starts sending their syrup down there, and all of a sudden a Cuba Libre is a whole new meaning. It's a Coca-Cola and rum with a twist of lime. Fun fact, Coca-Cola at that time still had quite a large amount of cocaine in it. A little bit more than Sherlock Holmes' 7% solution, if I'm not mistaken. Matter of fact, Coca-Cola was invented as a delivery mechanism for cocaine. There was a popular beverage, it was kind of Bordeaux wine with cocaine in it. Dr. Pemberton thought that wine was very bad for you, but that cocaine was very good for you, and he wanted to make a non-alcoholic way to drink his cocaine. There was a whole temperance movement, maybe you've heard of it, it's called Prohibition. And so, could you use Coca-Cola for this? Absolutely. You could make a rum and coke with a little lime in it and call it a Cuba Libre. I think though that the Coca-Cola recipe has changed a lot. It's certainly a lot less complex than it used to be, or so we assume. I think that you should use the best cola you can get your hands on. My favorite bottled cola is Fentiman's. I think it has a real complexity of flavor. I don't have any with me today, but what I do have is this homemade natural cola syrup. I'm going to provide the recipe for that. No mystery, I'm just using the recipe that I got from Serious Eats. And the one ingredient that's a little bit tricky to get will be the bitter orange peels, but I found a perfectly good supplier of those on Amazon, so I'll put that link in the show description to make this. Yeah, and of course with a cola syrup like this, you could make yourself a delicious glass of cola as well, just by mixing this with seltzer, about 1 part syrup to 3 parts seltzer. And the other issue with this is Cuban rum. Like rum from any nation, or a spirit from any location, is gonna have unique properties and flavors that are specific to that place, that maybe exist elsewhere and maybe don't. If you can lay hands on Cuban rum, it's fantastic. Go with a Havana Club 7 or really a 3-year for this. 7 is a little fancier than we need for this. But there's a great bar in the Battery Park of Manhattan called Blacktail. When I say that, I'm speaking. I mean, they won Best Bar in the World a couple years in a row now. It's a phenomenal bar. Owned by the people who own the Dead Rabbit. Fantastic bar. It's one of my favorite places to go. And so they use a blend of readily available rums to simulate a Cuban rum. They use 4 parts Caña Brava 3 parts Plantation 3-star, 2 parts Haitian Rum Barbancourt, and 1 part El Dorado 3-year. Again, recipes in the show description. That's what we're gonna make this Cuba Libre with. It smells like liquid magic. Okay, we're gonna build this drink in the glass. I am gonna start with a 2-ounce pour of my Cuban Rum Blend. After that, I'm going to use 1 ounce of lime juice. I'm going to add 2 ounces of my cola syrup. That sounds like a lot of syrup, but something you may not realize about Coca-Cola or other soft drinks is that they are a lot of syrup. Now I want to add ice to that drink, gently. Perfect. And we're going to stir that so as to chill it. And also to incorporate all these ingredients. I'm going to top that up with some seltzer. And I'm not really going to stir this. I'm just going to kind of work a spoon up and down it to sort of help it incorporate. A little fresh mint in there. It's my favorite herb saver, available on Amazon. Act now, supplies are running out. And I'm going to pot a straw in there. And now I get the extreme pleasure of drinking this. That is the most complicated, delicious rum and coke I've ever had in my life. That is awesome. The citrus notes of course, the lime, but also in the cola syrup itself, all really come to the fore. Like banana, rum, sweet citrus, coriander, all like spices, nutmeg, vanilla. That is, this is the way that a Cuba Libre should taste. And I should say that at Blacktail, where I got my Cuban Rum Blend from, they have a drink on the menu called a rum and cola. They make it very different. They use a reduction of cola syrup. They use their Cuban Rum Blend, a few other ingredients that are off the top of my head I'm missing, and then they carbonate it with champagne. It's a much drier, very sophisticated rum and coke. This Cuba Libre is delicious. I don't know that I would call it sophisticated. I would say it has a lot of character and it's very complicated, but it's not something that I think you'd be hard pressed to find somebody who doesn't like drinking this. That's how to drink. The show about making cocktails and how to drink them. Today I made a Cuba Libre as accurately as the law will allow. And I hope you guys will come back next week when I'll have another drink on how to drink. Show about making cocktails and how to drink them. You gotta get a hammock. I strongly believe that this set needs a hammock so that I can kind of get horizontal. Yeah, that's life. You can really see the bleach stains on my sneakers. These are my bleached sneakers.